Hi all, welcome to our channel. Today we are going to discuss about anatomy of palm muscles. Okay, origin, insertion, action, nerve supply of palm muscles. There are 20 palm muscles. Okay, 4 thenar, 4 hypothenar, 4 lumbricals, 4 palmar interosseous and 4 dorsal interosseous. Okay, we can see the thenar muscles. What are the thenar muscles? This is A, F, O and A. This is the first chord A, F, O and A. So similarly in hypothenar, A, F, O and P. Hypothenar, so P is there, right? So in hypothenar, A, F, O and P. In thenar, A, F, O and A. Now we are moving into origin, insertion, action of these thenar muscles. Okay, we have 8 carpal bones in our hand. Instead of 8, we are picking up 5 bones for the origins of the palmar muscles. Got it? So first one, abductor pollicis brevis. And sometimes you may get confused with the abductor pollicis brevis or adductor pollicis brevis. For that I am giving you an idea. It's only for the study purpose. Okay. So this is the thenar got 2 positions. This is the first position. Now this is the second position. The first position we called as brevis group and second position we called as non-brevis group. Okay. It's only for the study purpose. Okay. So in first position this one is flexed and it's also abducted from this plane. So this is abductor pollicis brevis and flexor pollicis brevis. It's called as a brevis group. Now this one is adducted, so it's adductor pollicis and it's opposite to the little finger, so it's opponens pollicis. Okay, so this is adduction and opponens. So adductor pollicis and opponens pollicis in total 4 muscles. So now we're moving into the origins of the abductor pollicis brevis. The name itself, abductor pollicis brevis. So 3 origins is there. Okay, that is it's originated from tubercle of trapezium, scaphoid and flexor retinaculum. It's originated from tubercle of trapezium, scaphoid and flexor retinaculum. So it is called as TSF. This is the first line. Okay, this is the first line. This is the first line. It's called as TSF, tubercle of trapezium, scaphoid and flexor retinaculum. Now second one, that is flexor pollicis brevis. So flexor pollicis brevis, similarly flexor pollicis brevis. So it also got a 3 origins. That is, it is originated from the trapezoid, capitate and flexor retinaculum. It's originated from trapezoid, capitate and flexor retinaculum. So TCF. Second line is called TCF. Never forget, first line is TSF. Second line is TCF. Trapezoid, capitate and flexor retinaculum. Got it? Now these 2 muscles are get inserted into the proximal base of the proximal phalanx of thumb. These 2 muscles are getting inserted into the base of the proximal phalanx of thumb. Most of muscles are getting inserted into this base of the proximal phalanx of thumb. Now we're moving into the next muscle, that is opponens pollicis. Okay, opponens, I'm giving you the next clue. Opponens is often, okay, so it's alone, so it gives only one origin, so that is flexor retinaculum, and it's inserted into lateral 1/3 of the palmar surface of first metacarpal. Lateral 1/3 of the palmar surface of the first metacarpal. So what's the action? This is action. Why this muscle is getting inserted into this first metacarpal? Or rest of the muscles are inserted in the base of the proximal phalanx, and this only this muscle got inserted in this one. That's the first metacarpal. Why? Because we need to bring this first metacarpal in order to produce the opponens. This is the opponens. So if it is over here, it can just pull it like this. So that's why this muscle got inserted into this side. Okay, I think you got a clear idea, clear picture about this one. Now the last one, adductor pollicis. So the name itself, it consisting of 2D, so it has got 2 head of origin. Okay, 2D, so 2 head of origin. So first head is oblique head and a transverse head. The oblique head originated from base of the second and third metacarpal, and a transverse head is originated from the shaft of the third metacarpal. So oblique head from the base of the second and third metacarpal, and transverse head from the shaft of the third metacarpal, and also get inserted into proximal phalanx of base of the proximal phalanx of thumb. So this division is done. So it is supplied by the median nerve, except the adductor pollicis is supplied by the deep branches of ulnar nerve. So the action, the name itself, everything was the action: flexion, abduction, opponens, so and adduction. So you can get it. Okay. Now we moving to the next group, that is hypothenar eminence. So it also consisting of A, F, O and P. A for abductor digit minimi, flexor digit minimi, operans digit minimi, and P is palmaris brevis. Never forget that one. P is palmaris brevis. Got it? So A, F, O, abductor, flexor, and operans digit minimi, and P is palmaris brevis. Now we are moving into the origin. So little finger got two friends. Little finger got two friends, that is flexor retinaculum and pisiform. Okay, so first is originated from pisiform and rest from flexor retinaculum. Okay, first is from pisiform and rest is from flexor retinaculum. So abductor digit minimi is originated from pisiform bone and it is inserted into the base of the proximal phalanx of the little finger. Got it? Now second one, flexor digit minimi. Flexor digit minimi also get originated from flexor retinaculum and it's inserted into the base of the proximal phalanx of little finger. So simple, right? Now we moving into operans digit minimi. That is originated from a flexor retinaculum and it is inserted into the lateral border of the shaft of the fifth metacarpal. Last one, that is a palmaris brevis. Palmaris brevis is originated from flexor retinaculum and it is inserted in the medial surface of the skin of palm. So that's finished. Okay, like this, the muscle is like this. So from here to here. Now the nerve supply. This is supplied by the D branches of the ulnar nerve. So action. The name itself, it includes the action of that particular muscle except the palmaris brevis. Palmaris brevis help for the wrinkling of skin, hence improve the gripping. Okay, that's finished. Now we're moving into lumbricals. There are 4 lumbricals. So here is your clue. Lumbrical get originated from FDP, flexor digitorum profundus, and it is inserted into the, this is the distal phalanx, right? Dorsal aspect. So base of the dorsal aspect of distal phalanx from second to fifth. Okay. Now first lumbrical. The first lumbrical get originated from the lateral border of FDP of second digit. Okay. And second lumbrical is originated from the lateral border of FDP of third digit. And third lumbrical is originated from the adjacent side of the flexor digitorum profundus of second, third, and fourth. And fourth lumbrical is originated from the adjacent side of fourth and fifth FDP. Okay, now it is inserted via extensor expansion into the base of dorsal aspect of distal phalanx from second to fifth. Got it? It is inserted via the extensor expansion into the base of the distal phalanx, dorsal aspect of the distal phalanx from second to fifth. So the action. This is the action. You can see the L over here, right? You can see the L. So this is a lumbrical. L stand for lumbricals. So flexion of MIP and extension of PAPs of second to fifth digit. Flexion of MIP and extension of PAPs of second to fifth fingers or digits. Okay. So why the flexion and why the extension? Lumbricals passing in front of the MIP, and so that's why it get flexed, and it passing behind this PAP. That's why it get extend. Now you got clear, right? So this one is supplied by the D branches of the ulnar nerve. Okay. Now we moving to palmar interosseous, so and dorsal interosseous. So palmar interosseous, palmar M is there. So middle finger, its middle finger is stands for the third metacarpal. So there is no origin from a middle finger or third metacarpal. There is no origin from a third metacarpal. Never forget that one. Palmar interosseous. In palmar interosseous, there is no origin in the third metacarpal, which is responsible for the middle finger. Okay. So M is there. You can get an idea. So first one is originated from the medial border of base of the base of the first metacarpal. First palmar interosseous originated from a medial border of a base of the first metacarpal, and second is originated from the medial border of the shaft of second metacarpal, and third is originated from the lateral border of the shaft of the fourth metacarpal, and fourth palmar interosseous get originated from the lateral border of the shaft of fifth metacarpal. Now first one get inserted into the first palmar interosseous get inserted into the base of the proximal phalanx of thumb. So rest of them, that is inserted via the extensor expansion into the dorsal aspect of the second to fifth digit. So now we moving into, now it got clear, right? Now what's the action of this one? This is the adduction towards the middle finger. So adduction towards the middle finger. Okay, adduction towards the middle finger. So now we move into last loop, that is dorsal interosseous. So it's very interesting, dorsal interosseous. So first dorsal interosseous originated from the between the first and second metacarpal, and second is originated from second and third is originated from third and fourth is originated from fourth and fifth metacarpal bones. Okay, now it gets inserted into this. Inserted via the extensor expansion into the base of the distal phalanx, so dorsal aspect of distal phalanx of second, third and fourth. Never forget the three. The dorsal consisting of 3 insertion, right? Not 4 insertion, it's consisting only 3 insertion. Okay, into the base of the dorsal aspect of the distal phalanx of second, third and fourth. Okay, I hope you understand this palmar muscles. Now we completed the 20 palmar muscles. Thank you. Thanks.